What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding. And that's a win! The first in 10 games. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. First win under Matt Rule. 21-16. If you like the video, if you like the channel, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit the bell, select all, leave a comment down below, and let's get this party started. So, first win in 2020. Matt Rule finally got the monkey off his back. It finally happened, folks. It was a 50-50 game. I did say that this game could go in the L column, but I was pleasantly surprised. So, that being said, let's go down the list by grade, like we always do. Quarterback, B+. Teddy made some excellent throws. He looked good. I mean, he made a couple of bad decisions, but which I had to dock him for. But hey, great game. Absolutely fantastic game. We would have liked to have some touchdowns, but I don't think that's necessarily Teddy's fault. And I'll explain that later. Running backs, B+. Mike Davis was everywhere today in this game. Everywhere. And granted, I'm recording this a day late, but he was everywhere in that game. He got 3.6 rushing yards, which I expected him to get. But it's the receiving game. That's where Christian McCaffrey and Mike Davis excelled. You're looking at 13 carries for 46 yards from Mike Davis. And, that may not seem like much, but it helped move the offense down the field. It helped keep the drives alive. It helped move things along. And credit to the offensive line, which I'll talk about in a second. They were much improved. And that's what allowed Mike Davis to do what he did. They pushed the gaps. They opened up the right gaps for him to go a little further than he would have before. And made a couple of big plays. So that's why you see the 46 yards instead of around 30 yards, or 36, like you would expect. But, great game from Mike Davis. I'm very, very pleased with him. So talking about the O-line, we got a B grade for them. B grade for the tight end. Ian Thomas. Now, he let go of a block and allowed a pressure, which made Teddy throw a bad pass. But, I'll tell you what. Ian Thomas isn't necessarily known for his blocking, so we'll let this pass. I had to dock him a little bit for that, though, so it was a B-, but hey. Sorry, man. Sometimes I could be a bit harsh with these grades. Sometimes I could be a bit brutal, but I am fair at the end of the day. I am real with it, and that's how it is. The O line had had a little bit of trouble pass protecting in this game. Um, I noticed it a little bit. We allowed a lot of pressure, but I am letting that go because of the fact that the Chargers had a really premier pass rush crew. Joey Bosa. I don't even know how we managed to hold him back for 3 quarters, but finally in that fourth quarter, he broke past a double team on the line and finally did some damage, getting that one sack. But that could not have been easy for this line, so I give him that much credit. Um, so yeah, they earned the B grade today for that game. Great job, very pleased. Um, they didn't regress. They made progress. That's excellent. Defensive end, A minus. What a pass rushing game. What a pass rushing game. I'm telling you what. I don't know what got into Brian Burns, but somebody lit a fire in this man. Because he was on fire going after that quarterback. I mean, Herbert is going to have nightmares of Brian Burns coming after him after that game. How many pressures was that? How many? Like, I don't even know. I haven't even found it on the internet how many pressures it is. But I'll tell you what. Between him and Effie chasing him down, and then here comes Derek Brown as well. Herbert was not having a good day with those pass rushes. Somehow he managed to complete 35 for 49. I don't know how he did it. I honestly have no idea how he did it with that kind of pressure. 330 yards, 1 touchdown, and we forced him to throw a pick. So, you know, you really can't. You know, you got to give Herbert his respect. He's a heck of a quarterback. And granted, our secondary is a little bit soft, but it's not that soft. And we'll talk about that in a second. But the defensive end's getting that A minus. The defensive tackle's getting the B minus. We stopped the rush to only 59 yards and only 1 touchdown from Eckler. But it's the receiving that killed us. And Allen, in particular, 13 catches for 132 yards and a touchdown. I mean, between the two of them, one of them's going to be the dagger and the other one's going to be the blade. Because one of them's going to hurt you. It's a double sword. One of them's going to hurt you. You stop one blade, the other one hurts you. And they proved it. I mean, you look at the total amount of passing yards is 319 versus our 221. They greatly surpassed us there. And a lot of that was Eckler. And a lot of that was Allen. In just different ways. But Allen with those 132 yards, man. Yikes. But I'll tell you what, it could have been a lot worse considering the fact that we were able to stop the yards after the catch. I've mentioned this stat before, and it should be in each of the stat books everywhere is yards after the catch. It's such a crucial stat. It can change the momentum of a game. It can change everything. It can change the entire energy of a game. And that's big plays. That's missed tackles. That's, being out of alignment. Yards after the catch is such a huge stat that people just take it for granted every time. And we allowed short passes, sure. We allowed these guys to go down the field. But they only got field goals. Same with us. We only got field goals. But I think it's for different reasons. And again, we'll talk about that in a minute. The linebackers, B. Tahir Whitehead did a great job in this game. Sealing up the middle. Shaq had 2 passes defended. Remember how I said this man was not a pass defender? I am now eating my words. Way to go, Shaq. Way to go, man. I am happy to be proven wrong. That makes me happy. When players prove something wrong that I've said negative about them, bravo. Because it helps the team, it helps the players, it helps the locker room, it helps the overall score. So great job, Shaq. I'm proud of you, dude. Keep up the good work. Overall, we did regress a little bit on sealing the edge. But, I can't really fault them for that. You're dealing with that double-edged sword of Eckler and Allen. So, obviously, you're going to have trouble with that. Give these 2 men their respect. Give these 2 men their due. They are very, very talented ball players. So, it can be tough to seal off the edge against one of them, not to mention both. So, the corners, like I said, B grade. We didn't give off too many yards. We didn't give up the big plays. But, we gave up a few. But, it wasn't major. It wasn't major. I feel like it was more the defensive tackles that gave off the big plays than the corners. But, nonetheless, our coverage needs a little bit of work. But, hey, the tackling was much better. The yards after the catch, we put a stop to it for the most part. That's a 2015 thing that we were doing well. We are talent level wise up to the 2017 team, which is really, really low and good as far as the progress of this team. I'm very, very pleased with that. Sealing off the outside, the offensive line, the pass rush, these were all 2016 issues. So now the fact that we have fixed or are in the process of fixing these 3 issues, that makes us the talent level of the 2017 team, which is good. But we still got a lot of work to do. The bar is always going to be the 14 and 15 team. Always. But the fact that we're starting to dive into those 14 and 15 goals that we did successfully well, that's a good sign for the future of this team. Very, very good sign. So I want to say, with that being said, let's dive into the free safety. Trey Boston. 80% good plays today from Trey Boston versus his usual 50-50 salt and pepper defense. I'm very, very happy with that. Way to go, Trey. You proved me wrong as well today. And in this game. Well done, sir. I am happy to be saying that right now because, my goodness gracious, this man has finally made the A grade. A minus. I've been grading this dude since the beginning of this channel, and he's been not quite able to break that A grade for me because of that salt and pepper defense. But he has finally done it. A minus. Way to go, Shaq. Way to go, Trey. I say these two are the most improved players of this game. Then you've got Jeremy Chin doing what he does. B+, man. Great job, Jeremy. This dude is consistent. You got to... This guy has earned the word consistency because he's sitting at the top of the tackle list right now for our team. He's sitting at the top of it. Special teams B+. I mean, I might be tempted to move that up to an A-. Because, let's be real. Joey Slye just helped us win this game with field goals. It's just, let's be clear on that. We had 6 red zone trips and he had 5 field goals. Way to go, Joey. This man deserves game ball. No doubt. Coaching B+, we look good under Matt Rule. You know, he made the right decisions. He made the right calls. Play calling B-, and here's where I say B-. It could have been a C, but B- is good. We called a lot of the right plays, but the third and shorts, that's where I got a problem. We were calling end arounds on a 3rd and short. Huh? Why? We get into field goal range every time, and in 3rd and short, and then we call some ridiculous play that we know won't get us a first down when we've been executing every other play that's been working for us today in that particular game. And I said, now wait a minute, what is this play call? Is this Joe Brady? Is this Teddy? Who is this? Who's calling these 3rd and short plays? Because it is not working. It is not working. Are we getting the wrong reads here? Are we seeing the wrong things on tape? What's happening? And you know, I want to point out somebody in particular that I think may be a cause of concern in the wide receiver corps, and that's DJ Moore. Now, granted, this man has gotten us 239 yards, and he had a big play for a 38-yarder. But when you stop and look at his receptions versus his targets, 14 for 26. Huh? Something that would add up there. Something doesn't add up there. Is the chemistry off? Is he dropping passes? Is the speed off? Is the release off the line not right? What's happening? You know, that's a mystery we can solve after we fix the third and short play calling, and not regressing on the offensive line. But that's something to look into. Maybe find out what's going on there. Maybe check some drills, do something that may result in more catches. We'll see about that, right? But I wanted to call attention to that. Yeah, it's a relatively small stat, but everybody else is hitting every pass. Pretty much. They're catching everything out there. Even Samuel's surpassing him right now in catches versus targets. So it's just something to look at. It's not a complaint. It's just something to look at. You know. But overall, I was very happy that first of all we controlled the yak, the yards after the catch, and tackling. That's an improvement. Offensive line tackling, blocking was an improvement. And I think that we need to cut down on the third down and short situation. Let's try to get these first downs on second down and see what happens. And if we do end up in third and short, then change up the play calling. Let's get creative. We involved Samuel in some of these rushing plays. That was creative enough, but I think the defenses are starting to figure that out. So, comment down below if you got an idea for a third and short play that you think might work. That's what I'm going to challenge this fan base to do. And I will do the same, and we'll come back on Sunday for the preview video. I'll tell you what my ideas were, you tell me what yours are, and we'll meet in the middle. Sound good? Keep pounding, crew. But great win. I'm very pleased. We are making great progress towards making this team into a winning team again. And this is just the start of the iceberg. This win is for all the haters. This win is for all the people that doubted us. This win is for every person that doubted the system that we're trying to run. This win is for all the referees that have been throwing garbage calls at us and trying to throw us under the bus. But we overcome them anyway. Because we're the Panthers and we keep pounding. I'm going to end it with this. The announcer said something about the fact that we did not roll over in that game. And I put a status in the Facebook page about this. Go check it out. Go check out my live stream. I went into depth on the numbers on this game. In every game, really. But go check out my live streams. Under Keep Pounding in all capital letters. I will be doing Zoom calls as well. And allowing that to happen during live streams up to 30 minutes before the game. And after the game, I'll be allowing Zoom calls as well. So, check out the number, the personal ID number, download Zoom, and join in. It's free to do so, if you want to join in the live streams. But, getting back to my original point, the announcer said that we didn't roll over in that game. Let me tell you something. That's not who we are. We don't roll over. This is not Matt Rule's team that rolls over, that becomes carpet, that becomes the dog's chew toy of the league. That's not who we are anymore. No. That was 2016 through 2019. That was Ron Rivera's crew. This is Matt Rule's crew. We don't do that. We abide by the keep pounding theme. That's who we are. Keep pounding. Enjoy the win.